Sources of history. Everything that helps us know about history is called a source of history. We should be grateful to our historians who have reconstructed our past by following clues and traces left by the people in the past. The clues of a particular period consist of fossil remains, bones, remains of settlements, monuments, utensils, and pottery, tools and implements, literature and written records, paintings, inscriptions, and coins. The science of exploring and excavating the remains of the past is called archaeology, and the people who study it are archaeologists. Broadly, we can divide the sources of history into two groups: archaeological sources and literary sources. Archaeological sources. The archaeological sources include fossil remains, tools and implements, written records, monuments, and coins. Let us briefly understand each of these. Fossil remains. Fossils are basically imprints of plants, animals, or humans preserved in rocks. They have been buried for millions of years. They are usually the remains of the hard body parts, such as bones or skulls, which leave a permanent mark on the rock. Fossils are the main source of information of the species which have become extinct. The charred remains of food grains and clothes also tell us more about our past. The ornaments and toys found at the archaeological sites also serve the same purpose. Tools and implements. Tools and implements used by the early hunter-gatherers have been found in various archaeological findings. They tell us about the kind of life people lived, their occupation, and their social setup. Inscriptions. The written records engraved on stones, pillars, clay, or copper tablets, caves and walls of the temples and monuments are called inscriptions. They give us reliable information about the early history of India. Coins. The study of coins is called numismatics. Coins help us know the chronological order of kings and their dynasties, including the extent of their empire. Sometimes they also provide information on the personal tastes of kings and their religions. For example, Samudragupta's coins tell us that he was a good veena player. Pottery. Pottery is the craft of making utensils with clay. It is a reliable source of information about the past, especially the period for which we do not have written records. Apart from pottery, metal pots and pans also tell us about the past. Monuments. Ancient temples, mosques, tombs, stupas, palaces and forts are referred to as monuments. They give an insight into the architectural marvel and also throw light on the social, religious, and cultural life of the people of the age when they were built, rebuilt, repaired, or altered. For example, the Sanchi Stupa in Madhya Pradesh was originally made of bricks in Ashoka's time 250 BC. Literary sources. All kinds of written records are referred to as literary sources. The early records of events and memoirs were handwritten. They are called manuscripts. The word manuscript has been derived from Latin words manu, which means hand, and script, which means written matter. Manuscripts were written on palm leaves, bark of birch trees grown in the Himalayas, and later on paper. Ancient literature was written in Prakrit, Pali, Sanskrit, or Tamil language. For example, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana were written in Sanskrit because they were authored in the northern part of India, where Sanskrit happened to be the main language. Religious literature. The Vedas and the Puranas contain details of rituals, prayers and religious practices of the ancient time. They are classified as sacred or religious literary sources. Some such sources are the Rig Veda, the Vishnu Purana, the Mahabharata, and the Ramayana. Non-religious literature. Non-religious literature includes historical accounts and biographies written by poets and foreign travelers from time to time. They are called secular literature. They were written to record events, rules of the contemporary society, and administrative regulations. Books such as the Dharmashastras and Kautilya's Arthashastra belong to this category. The accounts of the foreign travelers, such as Indica, written by the Greek ambassador Megasthenes in the court of Chandragupta Maurya, and the writings of Chinese travelers Fa Hin, Faxian, and Xuanzang, who visited India in the past, are also secular literature. They describe the political, social, and economic life of a certain period.